Hello again, Roy.RealEstate here with Coldwell Banker Legacy in San Angelo. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the rising property values we've been seeing and kind of just discuss some of the issues that come up with it. Had a very tight market really the last couple of years. I'm doing this in April of 2021 and we had a very tight market down to two-ish, 1.5 to 2 months of inventory before COVID hit in early 20. And so the general rule of thumb is that a balanced market means you have about 6 months of inventory. So if you're selling 100 houses a month, there need to be about 600 on the market to be a balanced market. So we were below that. We were already a fairly tight market where things were moving pretty rapidly. And then when COVID hit, it's like the stream of sellers cut off or was diminished greatly right at first. And the stream of buyers didn't change. People still kept coming in and buying houses. And so now we're down to the point where we have less than a month's inventory, 0.7, 0.8 months inventory at any given time. A day or two ago, there was 100 properties on the market, 100 houses on the market. So there's more, typically in a typical month, there would be 150 bought and sold. So it's turned it into a crazy market. So we're seeing some amazing price appreciation. We're seeing appreciations. I'd say you're really probably seeing month to month. You're seeing 1.5-ish, 1 to 1.5% price increases a month. That says that a $200,000 house is going up $2,000 a month, or maybe more, maybe as much as $3,000 a month. So that makes it crazy as people are coming in. If you list a house at 200,000, we're going to get offers on it that may be 210, 215, something like that. It makes it really hard for the sellers to evaluate the offers. And it sounds really good that the prices are going up, and it is if you're selling and not buying. But if you have to sell one house and buy another one, it really hasn't helped you any. And because of how competitive the market is, it really makes it difficult to try to find the house you're looking for and do all the things that are involved in it. So that's kind of makes it frustrating. The other thing it's had a tendency to do is it pushes the bottom end first-time home buyers and stuff out of the market, the affordable housing thing. That it's getting harder and harder. The wages are not keeping up with the prices with the home price increases. So it's harder and harder for people to A, save up the down payment to get into a home, but B, to even afford the home that they could have afforded a few years ago. The really low interest rates have made this even more so because you can buy a little more house and get the same payments than you could if you were at a 5% interest or 6%. So we're not the lowest ever. I mean, we got down as low as in the low twos a year or so ago. We're in the 3% range. But that's still, if you look historically, it's a ridiculously low percentage rate, probably well below the inflation rate. So that makes it difficult for people. Again, the people coming into the market the first time, stuff like that. The other impact that it has with these rising prices is on your taxes, because your taxes are based on the value of your home. So you're sitting here in a home that you paid whatever 180,000 for a few years ago, and now it's legitimately taxed at 220 or something like that. And you can't even really argue with the tax appraisal district's valuation of the house. It seems legitimate, but that means your taxes have gone up by that proportion over that period of time. The rates have not changed, but the tax amount, the dollars you're going to pay at the end of the year have gone up because your home is appreciated, but you didn't put that money in your pocket. It's still invested in your home. You still owe money on it. You're still living in it, but your taxes went up 20% or whatever. If you've owned it 5 years, it's real easy to go up. 20% is not at all unreasonable. And year over year now, you're looking at you could have 10, 15%. So it really makes it for kind of a wacky market. Just got to be careful going into it. It's in a way, it's more important to have a real estate agent in a market like this because there's so many things going on. You're trying to figure out how to make everything work. You have to be ready. If you're trying to buy a house in this market, you have your pre-approvals done. You have everything possibly done before you start looking, because when you start looking, you see a house today and you like it, you need to put in an offer today, not Tuesday. Today, if you intend to buy it, unless it's just overpriced. I mean, there are some houses that are staying on the market, but they're overpriced. If a house is appropriately priced in our market today, it is typically under contract in less than 48 hours. And that is just amazing. So, any questions? You're thinking about selling, you're thinking about buying and selling, thinking about buying, whichever direction you're going, we can discuss how it fits you and how it affects you, what you're looking at. Just give me a call, Roy.RealEstate, 325-268-0775. Thank you.